Having you? Alright. Saturday morning. Not a lot happened really, if I'm honest. Just filling up my water butt over here because I'll give them a bit of a water change. They're in Alperex and salt at the moment. The reason being is because we went to Rod Babbling last week. A few issues some of the members have had with the fish, and the issues are basically sleeping sickness. Luckily I was already salted, so it affected me like the other members. The other members are losing fish over it, but it's out there now that they've got to get salted up to about 0.6, and if possible get Alperex in or aquaflavin. That's your treatment for sleeping sickness, and if you can, ramp the heat up to around about 23. I'm around about 22 with salting. Alperex is in, so precautions have been taken. Everything seems to be okay. Development on the pond. The pond is still empty. Well, I say it's empty. We've had a bit of rain this week, so it's got water in. I've took the tops off, or most of them. I'll spin you around anyway, and you can have a look. There ain't a lot really gone on, if I'm honest. Because I've took hold of some fish, I've had to sort them out as well. I've changed a lot of fish around last weekend, and there's some fish for sale. If anybody wants to buy any fish, hit me up in the email, blackcountrycoy.uk@gmail.com. I have to think about it every time I say it. But yeah, I'll spin you around and I'll show you what state the pond's in, and I'll explain some to you while I spin you around, if it'll work. So as I said, we had some rain. There's bloody 12 inches of water in there again. If you go to from the bottom of the drain, there's 12 inches of water in that pond again. All around the edges, started taking the tops off. They're pretty much lifted off, if I'm honest. Still got that end to do, that side rather. Probably do that last. Started throwing all the rubbish in just to get rid. There's the tops all stacked up over there. Nothing's happened with the filter house yet. I've decided I ain't going to fully take it down yet. I'm going to take it down enough to try and get the nexus out and get everything else cleared out, and then all them slabs and everything will just be through in the pit. I'll kango the bottom out of the pit. But I'm waiting for my nephew to bring the kango back. He borrowed it 6 months ago and I ain't bloody seen it since. So kango the bottom of the pit out just to get some drainage, and then I'll when all these slabs and everything up around the outside, which I've never liked these, I'm horrible. I'm absolute crap. Never liked it. That was cheap at the time. I think that was about £2 a slab. They've all got to come up, so they'll go in the pit as well to try and carry on filling that. That wall then, where the returns are on this wall, that wall's going to go straight up there and square off, and then I'll knock most of that wall off and square it off on the top, so as it gives me a chance then to get some sort of lid or straight sort of looking shed or whatever on the filters. That'll all come in time. One thing I had the balls to do is smash an hole in the drain. Once I do that, it's committed out, it's final, then away I'll go. But I'll probably do that today, if I'm honest. I'll do that today. It just saves all this water keep building up. If I can create some sort of drainage down there, it'll stop all this water build up and I can crack on. Might do some work on it this weekend. I've got a couple of other bits to get done. The little ones, as I said, I'm in Alperex and salt, but they're all okay. They're up and feeding at the minute. There's the Macashies, 2 of them there. They're eating like nobody's business. Jackoos and everything alright. All the Rod Babbling toy them okay, so everything seems to be up feeding okay. When I caught this morning, I should have took some footage of it really, but this pond was absolutely covered in foam because I've been feeding so heavy. And on a morning it's covered in foam, but as soon as you throw some food in, the grease off the food just clears the foam again. If you leave it for a few hours, it'll just cover up the foam again. That's the protein in the water, that is. Here's the sailfish in a little vat. I've got them in here. These are okay, these are feeding well. Give them some food this morning, although they are at store, but I am hanging around by them. There is, if it'll focus, there's Ginring showers from Sakai Fish Farm in there, and there's my own breads. So various prices. Begin rinse showers have got a fixed price, so hit me up for that again in the email, blackcountrycouk@gmail.com, and I'll talk to you about them. But yeah, you can't really see a lot because of the reflections and one thing and another. Also, there's a net over this vat, and the vat's just squashed in the corner where I could get it. Also, it's got its own water change foot as well. So there you go. So that's them. Them ones there, you can probably tell how thick the water is. They're under a fluke treatment. They're under a very heavy fluke treatment, if I'm honest. I put 250 millilitres of Lernex Pro in, which is what I've got left, because it's racked for me. It's racked off. Go work for me. So there's 250 ml of Lernex Pro gone in there, and on top of that, there's half a dose of Fluke Solve Plus gone in. They seem okay. They look a bit pissed off, but they seem okay. I mean, it's very foamy as you can see, but again, this pool's been fed heavy. There's a lot of feed been going in here over the last couple of 3 weeks while it's been hot, so I've took advantage of that. Like I say, you look through the window, they're sort of hanging about a bit, but we'll give them a few days in that. We'll let them flukes suffer and get killed. Hopefully it'll do the job. If not, the next stage will be where this treatment's at, and then we'll PP it first, and then we'll fluke solve it straight after, the day after. The main pond, the swimming pool, they're okay. Yeah, that fish did jump out the other day. Seems okay at the minute. I'm undecided as to what to do with the fish, if I'm honest. One way or another, my tub's overfilling now. One way or another, I don't think I'm going to be keeping them fish in that swimming pool. Let me just turn my tap off. I'll come back to you. So yeah, like I was saying, I don't know. I think these are going to have to be released into a natural pool somewhere. I'm going to have to cut my losses on these because these fish have all come out of the main pond. They look okay at the minute. They're happy, of course they're happy, but they don't look majorly stressed. These fish have all come out of the main pond. There is a couple of fish in there as well where I've mixed in, which I've recently took hold of, which is a shower and a kawaku, Tancho kawaku. Tancho kawaku, I'm really handling it very well in there. So I think these have to be moved into, I've got a nature reserve opposite, but obviously I've got to get permission before I can stick anything in there. But I know to a couple of private pools where maybe I'm able to put them in, and we'll see what happens. The Tancho shower, I don't know if you'll see it just over there, seems to be going a little bit faded, so that's obviously stressed. As you know, I had a chagoy jump out the other day, big chag, biggest fish in the pool. Decided to take a leap. The new pond syndrome's kicked in. Did the filters a clean yesterday. Again, the filters are in the best place for me to clean. So yeah, I'm just thinking of doing the best what I can for these fish, and I don't think the best is keeping them in this pool, if I'm honest. I've got no room for anything else. My missus hates the sight of the pool being there. It was okay for me to spawn in it, but obviously I did promise that if I did spawn I'd shift it, but obviously then I've got to house the fish, and I think the fish would do far better in a pond, in a pool. So I've got some contacts where I'm probably going to get in touch with and speak to them and see if we can get these released. If we can, I'll document it. Or if you have got a pool yourself or a plot of land or something, I'd sooner them not go in a pond. If you put them in a pond and you get the issues like I've had come off them, then you know, obviously I ain't going to be responsible for that. So these, don't even hit me up and say I'll buy the fish, because you will be buying them. They'll just go. I'll sort the fish out from here, but yeah, that's probably what's going to happen with them. Is I'm going to give them a chance in a pond or a pool, natural pool somewhere, and let them get on with life. They live, you know, it's the best chance I can give them, and if I'm in with other carp and stuff, they should be okay. They should be okay. What I don't want to do is put them in a pool with like pike and perch and one thing and another where they're going to get absolutely slaughtered. So we'll document that as well when that happens. In the meantime, they'll stay where they are for now. Again, I thought I was doing the best by trying to keep them and make sure they're okay, but thinking about it, and you know, it's been going over in my head, the cogs have been turning. I think it's probably best if I release them and give them a chance in a natural pool. But we'll document that as and when it happens, or if it happens, we'll see what happens, eh? You know me, I'll take every day as it comes, day by day. In that blue bowl just down there, the back of the trickle tail filter, we have fry. Don't know how many exactly. I've said a few, fair few. I've been feeding them egg, and I've been feeding this stuff, which is decapsulated brine shrimp eggs. So I've been giving them a bit of that every day as well. Also, there's an absolute boatload of daphnia and stuff in with them. I'm a bit conscious about the water. What I'm thinking is, I've got the two in that tank. I've got two fish now, them 2 inches in there, 2 inches long. Try and get them out, and I'm wondering if they'll be okay with the towseye. I don't think they'll get hurt, but I'm just wondering. I mean, they've never been with anything other than their own company and the company of the daphnia. What they've eaten, they've ate the lot. So I'm having to put daphnia in there as well. Them 2 black tubs on the top have got daphnia in. So, and I've got another tub up the top which has got daphnia in. So I'm really short at the minute on my daphnia stock, because they've ate the lot out of my blue tub. That was my main culture in there. And as you know, I've got it thriving. But it is what it is. It's either that, or I do get rid of the big fish, clean that pool out. That one there. But that's a big pool just for 2 fish, so I probably wouldn't do that. My missus well let me have another vat. I was thinking of sticking another vat in this area. So let me zoom you out a little bit. So this area here, I've got around about 4 foot wide, probably 4 foot square in all fairness, which I could have put a vat, but as my missus just has got no garden now, it keeps on, has got no garden. I mean, it's got that bit down there, it's got a chair look there by the shed. I don't know what more it wants. But yeah, I've got to think of her as well. So my boil chamber, or my matting chambers there, that was an option to put that on that pool. But then I thought, well, if I put it on that pool, that then I go in on the new pond. You know what I mean? So we are going to be using that. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are. I've got bloody house pipes everywhere. I've got 2 house pipes on the run now. I fetched me another one from Lidl. So Mad Dog, if you're watching this, mate, I'm with you on the Lidl stuff, because that house pipe is a really good one for 15 quid. It's proper strong one. The blue one I paid 30 odd quid for, which I've had a couple of years now, and it's starting to split all over the place. But this one from Lidl, mate, it's much better quality. Well, you can see the thickness of the green, and compared to the blue one, much better. And on the blue one, you can never get a connector on the end to stop dripping. On the green end, put the connectors on, bosh, yeah, job done. But anyway, I'm babbling on now. So I've got a few things to do today. I've got to go and pick a fish up, or a couple of fish, for a friend of mine from Walker's. He's got some golden corns in, so I've got to go and pick a couple of them up, and I'll be getting in with them in the salt. And I might have to pay a subscriber a visit as well, because he found me the other day and he's having problems with his fish. He wanted to boil a couple of the little ones off me, but he's got issues at the minute. So, oh sorry, I nearly dropped. Oh, bloody, I'm all over the place with this one. So he got problems with his fish at the minute, and he was telling me about it. So I'll give him some advice on what to do, and whether he's followed that advice or not, I don't know. But I might give him a ring later and see if I've got a chance to go down with my scope and see what's going on in this pond. But that's where we are. That's where we are. Shithole. Like I said, I ain't gonna rush on this pond. I'll just take my time. The front's coming out, the front part. So when, and you know, that gate might come out as well. In all fairness, I might cut them posts off, take them off, cut the gravel boards down halfway, and just as you can see, you can just see part of the gravel board there. Yeah. So I might cut that off halfway, which will bring it to the level of them slabs. But them slabs are coming out. I'm always gonna have a step there, unless I get it sort of chamfered out. You know, I could always maybe chamfer the step out slightly. I'm thinking either resin laid stuff. You know, you've seen it, the resin with the 20 core. He's got it on the floor at their place. the resin with the pebbles in, or I'm thinking get my mate around the block maybe. I want to slope up the side, I don't want steps. Just a slight slope, gradual slope, chamfer that out a little bit, and maybe even chamfer this if we can, just take the step out of here and take the gate posts and everything down. My kids have grown up, the grandkids, well the youngest is now 3, and her knows better, her don't come up here really. Her basically respects the fish and respects the pond, so yeah, should be okay, should be okay. Plus the pond's raised, so I'll be knocking on 5 I suppose when this is done. That's where we are, that's where we are, running off a little trickle filter on that bar and that. So them are for sale, hit me up as I said, black100boyuk.com at gmail.com, sorry. And we'll get you sorted with a couple of little ones if you want to grow them on our winter, them ideal grow ones. I've actually grew while I've had them in this vat, I've only had them in there a week. Right then, guys, I'll catch you later. Right then, so as you can see, I have a parcel. The address is on the other side, but I ain't going to turn that. I'm going to show you. Just arrived, postman's just knocked on the door. So let's have a look at what's in the box. Bloody hell, there's that much tape in it, I don't think I want you to open it. But you know, safety first. Safety first, make sure it gets here, you know, I understand it all. Let's see if we can get this tape through this tape. See, a normal person would use a knife, but you know what, I ain't a normal person, am I? A lot of folks will tell you that, I ain't normal. There's about 3.5 trees worth of paper on it. Get rid of that. Oh, I know. Should I have had the music on and pass the parcel with this? I think it probably would have been better. Get the party hat on, pass the parcel, get the music on. Certainly wrapped well anyway, so yeah. Now I ain't no expert, but I reckon there's a box in it. I reckon somewhere. Oh, there's a box, look. So whoever sent me the box, thank you very much. Much appreciated, just what I've always wanted. A nice little brown box. Handy box then, very handy, very useful. Just see what sort of space is inside the box. Because you never know, you might fit anything in here, aren't you? You might get a dog or a cat or anything. Oh, what's this? What's in the box? Seaver's Pond. Thank you very much, Keith. Much appreciated. Yours is on the way. Very nice. I would like to say to any other people who I've given cups to in the past, I will always receive a cup. You know, I put it out there for the sake of it, but I would always receive a cup. But I would also say that probably would have been my first one if I hadn't visited a friend the other day who gave me his. Now, he made me a cup of tea, or his wife, his beautiful wife, made me a cup of tea in this cup, and he said, do me a favour, keep the cup. I'm like, oh, okay then. So there's a bit of a story behind this cup, and I'll tell you that now. But thanks to Keith anyway for sending that, mate. I know you was a bit panicky yesterday when I said it hadn't arrived, but much appreciated. Stay safe, keep koi. Hashtag, what's that? Koi rocks. Hashtag koi rocks. So yeah, thanks to Keith, mate. Top dollar. There is my official koi mug collection. So the story behind this one is, Kelpie was having a bit of trouble with fish, and I said I'll come over with my scope. Went over with my scope, he made me a cup of tea. We found some issues which he's now on top of, and yeah, I got my cup. In the meantime, as you've seen on the duck race on the last video, Hot Koi won a cup, which I am guilty of not sending it yet. It's still there, ready for you to go, so I'm going to get that done today. Today's Saturday, so you'll have it sort of midweek. As you know, I had two prizes. I had two prizes exactly the same. Skeggy because I had a cup off me at the National, said to me, tell you what mate, give my cup to Copy. So Copy's had Skeggy's cup, so Skeggy donated that, so this is on the way to you Skeg, because I know you're after this one. That's your Devon Koi Pond NT Lab stand, so you sit them down, you put your test tubes in, it's got all your stuff written on there. So thank you very much Keith, thank you very much Graham. Copy, nice cup, lovely cup. That's his own personal fish as well, he's chatting bubbles, and on the back, please subscribe and polish my thumb, you know you want to. So there you go, official koi cup collection now, we're 2 in. If anybody else got one to send me, hit me up, hit my email address, blackcountrykoiuk@gmail.com. I'm always willing to receive and exchange cups. Cheers guys. Told you mate, didn't I? Told you I'd start. That's just hanging there now, pretty much. I might shut the door tonight, keep the draft out. By the time I've shifted these bricks, knocked that wall down a bit, I reckon, and shifted all this shit obviously where I've just chucked out, I reckon the Nexus will come out. There's a lot of stuff to shift first. My bottom drain's there, that just pulled off, couldn't believe that. That was so loose. I don't even know how it held. That just pulled off. Well, my valve rather. So here we are. I think Nexus will come out. Draco's still here. It's raining now. I've had the can go on the pit down there. I don't know if I'm through and whether it's draining because there's clay underneath it. But this is where we are. All that lot, all this framework's down, just being held up by that piece of timber we're off screwed to the main frame there. So that's pretty much loose now. I don't want to take it fully down yet. Everything's got to come out first, but I've got to find somewhere to stick it for the time being. So it's raining now, so there you go. Said I wouldn't start today, felt like having an idle day, but the trouble is, go do it. I've got the Kango, I've got the most of the side off, and the neighbours probably love me in all fairness, but you know, it is what it is. With the noise. I hope the filter house is down. Wow. The only thing I had on yet is stuck a Kango through that. It's a bit wet in there at the minute, it's too slippy. But I will do it. Now I've started, that's it. Catch you later, haven't you? Sunday, nothing to do with koi today. Garden centre shopping. Blame her, it's her fault. What we got?
Oh, that ain't your fault.
Hang on, we ain't got that yet. No, I show nobody that yet.
Oh, well, that ain't your fault then, is it?
Cord lines for the mother-in-law. Alstroemerias, different colours. Geranium. Begonias.
Bamboo.
And I'll show you what I've had. Show you what I've had, because on the back, I've had little bamboo as well. Little bamboo just down here, I can see it. Can't really do this very well off the front camera. And I've had myself another Isa. It's an Isa palmatum Kamagata, if that's right. Plus a pot. I've had the pot as well. Can you see it there? I've had the pot as well for it to go in. So that's what I'm up to today. Quick insight of Sunday afternoons, which is the only day we really get to ourselves, eh? Oh, we had cake as well, but I can show you that. I'm going in here now in the restaurant at Rowberry's in Chadsley Corbett. That's where we are. And I'm going to go in there now and I'm going to film my face. See you in a bit. So it's Sunday, just got back, and that's what I've just come back to. That's on the Towside tank. It's really windy, so I do apologise if you can't hear me, but that's just blew a load up as well as I press record. So yeah, I ain't saying I fed heavy, but I think this is probably 90% protein if I'm honest. Feels like the rain's about to start. I've been and fetched me a couple of second-hand wood burning tins. So I can feel the fire coming on with the wood was coming off the filter house because it's now good. So the best way to get rid of that is by a fire. And then I can just lose the ashes in the build as we go along round under the slabs or whatever. I'm thinking of having block paved. Don't like these slabs, but I think block paving might be better. So yeah, I've already got a pile of wood, as you can see. So most of that will get burnt off. This boarding can get burnt off, and as I take it down, bits and pieces can also get burnt off, and the wood's out my way then. The concrete, obviously, the concrete will be used to backfill either the pit or this. But if I can start getting rubbish out my way now, I might start a little fire up in this tonight, get some of it done, and we'll take it from there. So nothing really much progressed on this today because we've been out. Bought myself a new maple. Well, I've actually bought two. The one is ready, or it's one what I'm going to use on this rebuild. So the one maple definitely is going on here. That's what I bought it for. I have potted it up in the new pot. It's in its original pot I bought it in. Take it down the garden, we'll have a look. But yeah, look at the foam on that. I fed them today. Fed these a couple of times. These are doing well. They're okay. They're a mix of my own breeds and the Saki Hikari Ginrins this year's. So yeah, it's those are yet. Them are okay in there, even though you don't really see a lot of them, but they're okay. The fry in there are okay. These have had malachite and formalin today, so they're looking to be pissed off again with me. I love upsetting fish. Well, I don't love upsetting fish, I just seem to find it very easy to upset them. But I've turned the trickling right down, so. And then that's the one I bought to go on the pond. So that one's going to hang over the pond. You can see it's already dropping on that side if you can make it out. That one will go on the pond, and that's the other one I bought, which is a palmatum. That's already potted up. So as you can see, all my trees are here. I still think I'm going to lose that one, which is gutting, because that's my uncle's tree. I bought that when he died. Also that one looks a bit dried up as well, that azalea, but we'll see what happens. The sons took a couple of them as well. But there's my collection of maples at the minute and so on. And you can see my pine at the back. So yeah, here we go. There's also a couple around the back as well. And there's that one there. And of course there's that one over there. And I've got one out the front gate as well. So I'm getting a right bit of a collection. Turned into a right bloody Percy thrower. So the missus has been above flowers today and done that basket up. Well, it's a double tiered basket thing. You can just about see behind all my shit. But there you go. Happy days. Catch you later. Right then, folks. Got to document this. I'm down the pit. I think it's time to say goodbye to the bottom drain. It will still be, in all fairness, within the new build, but it's a good job this ain't scratch and sniff, because you would realise why. I've got myself a metal stainless steel rod. Ain't sure if that's broke, so I'll try and wedge it up somewhere if I can, and see if we can get a view of the drain. Probably ain't going to do this in all fairness, but I haven't got my tripod. How are we going to do this? I don't think we will. So I'm going to all that over the place here, look. I'm going to smash that. This water's starting to stink now. In yet. Right, so we just ride it with a rod. I've knocked a few holes in, but it's as you can see, still hot water. So I'm going to introduce Marmite Pick, meet the rest of the world. I reckon he'll persuade him.
Well, what's saying is just really sticky. Good boy, this is that. So, this drain, good boy drain. I think there's a lump of concrete under that. Concrete to get in. Then obviously concrete to the ground. So, I'm do it or what? Right. Come back to you tomorrow.
Oh, I'm covered in it. Stinks. So that's got a massive hole in now. Underneath this concrete is bedrock, sandstone. I had to chip away at it when I built it. It is, you can see the colour of the water now, it's got that sandstony colour. So that's going to really slowly, hopefully, drain away now. Hopefully it'll be empty in the morning. My mate pick, you can see the sandstone on the end of the pick now. I went in the full length of that, which is, I don't know, 50, between 15 and 18 inches. That went right down. So all I can do now is wait, but it does stink. The neighbour just popped his head over the fence asking me what that stink is, so I've got to get rid of it. I've washed it, pumped it out and all sorts. It makes me wonder if there's anything dead up the drain, if I'm honest, but we'll see how it goes. Let's just take it out a little bit. But you've seen it before. Still yet to set the tops off. I've got the can go now. I'm still yet to take all this compo off the top. Wondering if I should, if I'm honest. I'm thinking just have it, maybe even just have it fiberglassed over, you know, because I mean, I know I've took this bit off, but that's easily sorted. But I'm thinking leave it. You know what I mean? It's a nice flat top at the minute, so I could leave it, get it fiberglassed over, and then put new tops on top. So, you know, fiberglass would sort of come into here somewhere about here, and gives me a nice base. I mean, it's solid, to be fair, to put the new stuff on. What's your thoughts, guys? Because that's quite a way away yet. But yeah, there's absolute carnage in the bottom of that drain now. That should be okay. That should be gone. And I'm still yet to have a fire. Don't know where to have one tonight because it's really muggy, and folks have got the windows open, so I might give it a miss and wait for it to be shitting out, and then I can get it on. Right, catch you later.